When I hand them around, girl, they look like ice spice. When I want me, I search like ice spice. You got the love I'm need for a lifetime. When my hand them around, girl, they look like ice spice. When I want me, I search like ice spice. You got the love I'm need for a lifetime. When my hand them around, girl, they look like ice spice. What did I owe when me a search like ice spice? Hold on there. It looked like morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. But make sure I put that at the beginning of the video because I'm sure copyright infringement is coming and we can just cut it right back out of the video right there so at the beginning. I know my song. That is a new song by Vybz Kartel called Playground that is on its way that we were going to talk about. But YouTube does me wrong again because here I am this morning getting ready to see my comment section and all I can see. Let me show you what YouTube give me. Let me take a picture of this so people understand. See it here. This is what's on our comment section. This is what is showing up beside me right now. So I cannot see your comments. That is where your comments would be. That's what's on the side of me right now. A monkey. A monkey. I don't know if I should sue for racial. Let me stop here before them go take me serious. I was joking. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra, special, big up, shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers. Shout out to law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel. Shout out to whatever it is your job description is. Shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean-hearted, good-hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. You're a good person. Shout out to you. Here we are on this beautiful Friday morning. Today is the 20th of September, 2024. And on Fridays, we normally go, it's the freaking weekend, baby. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. I can't see any of your comments until I get on track with my phone. So I'm going to have to read your comments off of the phone, but it's taking a while for the phone to even show me your comments. Babe, come set up the phone something there for me, please. YouTube got me like this again where I can't see the comment them. Them have one monkey on the side of the screen. I don't know if I'm going to try to tell me something. Do I have to restart the phone? Hi, Munch.
Let's see.
Munch, you want to come say morning? Come. Yeah. These people haven't seen you in a while. Be careful. All right. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
My name is Milani.
My name is Milani.
And I'm Daddy's princess.
And my daddy's princess.
Uh-huh. All right. You see yourself?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we can't see what these people are saying. Hit me on? Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you, babe. Mm-hmm. All right. Good. We can see the comments now. I love you, Munch.
Yeah.
All right. Go, mommy.
Come on.
Daddy, see you soon, okay? All right. Here we go. Now we can see the comments. Roxy21 says, up. Kaitai Joy Empress says, please hit the like button as you enter the live. Trini L. Bay is in the building with us this morning. See y'all up on the other side Monday. Be careful and big up on yourself and all that. Patricia Jackson, good morning. Marie's Message 411 TV is in the building. Please go over to Marie's Message channel. Hit hers. Go over to her channel. Click the subscribe button. Tell her SouFlo sent you. Engage her content and all these things. Patricia Jackson is in the building with us this morning. Jenny Duncan is here. Good morning, SouFlo and the family. And I hope everyone is good. Enjoy the freaking weekend as we will. Lovely Aneka, another content creator and family member. Hit Lovely Aneka's name. Go over to her channel. Hit up her content as well. Rosalind Smichael is in the building with us this morning. Prellis 123, Kaz Robinson, Jenny Duncan, 5PO63 is in the building. Says good morning or good afternoon. You don't know, say England that already, because the British flag is flying, but good afternoon when it's morning for us. Big time difference between us and the UK. Thank you, 5PO63, for being here. Claudette Sterling is here as well. And Unstoppable Josh is in the building this morning. Claudette Sterling again says happy Friday. All right. I missed a whole lot of people. The first person in this morning was Great Goodies. The second person in was Kai Tai Jai Empress, then Prellis 123, then Sharon Spence, Virtuous Fire. Big up yourself. Grace James, thank you for being here as well. Senior Sexy is in the building. Wayne Nathan and Sean Cassell are also here. Sandra Gardner Oglesby is in the building with us this morning. BM is here. Kaz Robinson, Rosalind Smichael is here. Asarin Odetta is here. Lisa Watkins is here this morning. I'm seeing a lot of names. All right. Baby Ray 28, BM Roxy 21 is in the building. Thank you all for being here this morning. I'm reading this from the phone, so to work with me for all the late people who don't know. Why is he looking down there and all that? All right, we got a couple of things to talk about this morning. Basically, our topics are, I do want to go with a Cartel new song here, but I won't. I was playing it in the beginning just so in case I get a copyright infringement, I can cut it right back out. You got the love that we need for a lifetime. When me under me rum, girl, you look like Ice Spice. What did I hold me a search like why? I Spy. All right. Anyway, Rushane Barrett. Rushane Barrett is the young man who is responsible for the Clarendon massacre. Rushane Barrett has filed an appeal to have his sentence lessened, to get less time in prison than what he was convicted for, or what he was sentenced to, rather. He was convicted for taking the life of his cousin and her 4 children. The man just killed his own cousin, you know, and our 4 children. So we're going to revisit that story, and then we're going to talk about this new filing to have his sentence reduced. Andrew Holness, the Right Honorable Andrew Holness, is in a pickle. He is in problems, whether he want to see it that way or not. You know, Mark Golding now is using this as ammunition. Mark is saying, call the election and let the people have a voice, let the people have a choice, because your corruption is surely showing. We're going to talk about what happened to Andrew Holness, and he is fighting back. He has instructed his attorneys to file lawsuits against individuals who are calling his name and saying things, and we're going to talk about all that. It has to do with the Integrity Commission's finding. I'll know. And of course, we have Diddy, which I don't think any other topic is more trending than P. Diddy Puff Daddy. Diddy's trending all week. Diddy stuff just continues to unfold. Like, there's more and more. The day before, we heard that there were over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. And then yesterday, we heard there were 700 and I believe it was 748 dildos and 748 dildos found in this man's place when they raided it. I don't know where y'all do with so much dildos. And the headlines so cruel, right? They didn't say sex toys, because sex toys would have given a variation of different sex toys. That does make everybody know that 700 and something dildos were taken out of. Oh, I'm laughing. I have to laugh. I ain't kicking the brother when he's down, but I'm laughing. What are you doing with over 700 dildos? And you can imagine them in all kind of different sizes and shapes, and boy, the brother did well freaky. Let me put my glasses on so I block these big old lights, because we have to go do a lot of reading this morning. Things are getting rough. So here what? Y'all choose between Rushane Barrett Andrew Holness, and Diddy. Rushane Barrett, Andrew Holness, Diddy. You got 60 seconds. You choose, I shoot, and we'll take it from there. In the meantime, I will sip my mint tea, which is pretty hot. Rushane Barrett, Rushane Barrett, Andrew Holness, or Diddy. Anyone you pick, I'm ready for. Let's see. Great Goody says Diddy. Great Goody says Diddy. BM says Andrew. One for Diddy, one for Andrew. Kaitaja Empress says Andrew. That's two for Andrew. Reggae Girl Bento says, Reggae Girl says Diddy. That's two for Diddy, two for Andrew. Kaz Robinson says Andrew. That's three. Brother Love, that's four. Great Goodies. Let me see. Claudette Sterling says Diddy. That's five. Donna Davis says Andrew. That's three. Five over here. Diddy again. Esserin Odetta. That's 6 to 3. We are 30 seconds in. We have 30 seconds to go. Baby Ray says Andrew. That's 4 over there. Great Goodies again with Diddy. All right, we're going to take one at a time, right? Sandra is Diddy. Diddy, Andrew. This message was held for review. Diddy dildos. Pussy Galore, big up yourself. Hey, Pussy Galore, they flagged your comment because you put dildos back on it. So, you know what? We're going to say, we have to go find the next word to use because they might flag our whole video just because we are using the word dildos. But they use the word dildos for the headlines in the news. That's why I'm using it. I thought it was good to go. Grace James, Andrew, Clarendon Massacre, Pauline Grab, you the only one. Great Goodies says Puffy, Diddy, Virtuous Fire, Diddy, Jazzy Lady, Diddy, Patricia Jackson, Diddy, 5, 4, Kaitaja Empress, Diddy. Good morning, Star K. Diddy, right, Reggae Girl, Toys. That's Diddy. Unstoppable Josh says Conjuro, and Star K says Diddy, and Diddy it is. So we're going to start off with Diddy, then we're going to get into Andrew. I promise you, the Andrew Holness one is pretty deep. The Andrew, pause. We can't be talking about dildos and then pretty deep I refer to man. So why? For that one there. But Andrew Holness, the Andrew Holness one is going to be quite an extensive conversation that's going to be very revealing. We have the details here and we read instead of just listen to people talk and then regurgitate what was said, right? So we go into the prints as it was put out. Yeah, can't touch. All right, here we go. Let's start out with Diddy. Diddy is in a world of hurt. Now, from what I gathered by listening to lawyers discuss I'm not listening to laymen, I'm not listening to regular people like me and you who have no idea what type of charges these are and how all this could play out. I'm listening to the professionals who've been doing this for a long time. This is their career field. They have fought cases like these in court before. They've lost some, they've won some. One prominent attorney said, I would prefer to have a murder case than to have this right here. What we're looking at, what Diddy is in right now, what we're looking at, what Diddy, who I called so early, make us see something, hold on there. Live on the air with SouFLo, good morning.
Yes, SouFLo.
Yes, fam, what go on?
Yeah, before you even get to
yeah.
But that's what for them to know, sir. You see that sex trafficking thing there?
It's a serious thing.
It's a serious thing, but it's also a very easy thing to get into.
Yes.
Because you say you have a whole heap of people who will say they know somebody from up north or down south, and say them a fly in.
Say a fly out a girl.
And them a fly in a little thing, say, look, she said she wants some money. And you say you fly her in because she have to do something to get the money.
Right.
And once that happens, and she cross over state line and fly in with the intention so she'll go do something to get the money. That's sex trafficking right there.
Right. And you can be looking at it as it's just a transaction between two grown people, right? Agreement and nothing too serious. But anyhow, she decide one day, say, she gonna talk and say something about it, then it could flip around on you, kind of thing.
Yep. Because all she have to do is say you use your money to pressure.
Exactly. That part right there.
She want the money, and you're saying you're not give her it until she do so and so.
That part right there. You couldn't just fly her out for fun. You had to use your money, you pressure her, and all these kind of things. We're gonna talk about that. All right, sir. You're on topic.
But that's why the people them for know how simple it is.
Right, and how easy it is to get into.
All right, that's one of your things, SouFlo.
Manners and respect, bro.
All
right, and thank you for being on topic. Somebody like to call them come in one time you're on topic. All right, so boom. The attorney said, I would rather have a murder charge than have this right here, because this right here is going to peel back a whole bunch of different layers. Now, a couple of the things watching the attorneys discuss this, one of the ones, so we're going to go over the 5 claims. It's 140 something pages, but it's 5 claims. 5 claims, and everything falls under these 5 claims. We're going to run through those in a minute, right? I've already told you, but he reiterated, they said it again in court yesterday when Diddy's second attempt to get a bail was denied. The judge basically said, if I let you out on bail, I have a strong feeling that you are going to be doing some of these same exact things that you are being accused of, to include witness intimidation and all the other stuff. So I prefer to have you here. So he was twice denied bail so far, and we've already discussed that they don't know how long this is going to take before it goes to trial, because this is still an ongoing investigation. But watch this. They made it clear yesterday again that one of their goals is forfeiture of all assets. Everything we own, private jet, the yacht, the mansions, everything. Not only that, they're going after people who are closely associated with him or who have worked for him in the past. So, other recording artists, I wrote it down just like how they said it. Other recording artists, music executives, and industry insiders have been put on notice to have a contingency plan ready in case their name comes up. Damn. Because they've been watching the videos, they've been talking to people, everybody is cooperating, and they have names. And it's a RICO charge. A RICO charge don't go against one people, it's a group. They're accusing him of running a criminal enterprise. Can't be one person, right? So other names are expected to come up. Other names of prominent people are expected to be called. So the question is, who's next? I see a lot of people bringing up Jay-Z's name, and they keep saying, Jay-Z is next. You'll see. But everybody who I asked, why did you say Jay-Z? None of them answer me. So I'm digging and I'm looking, and what I'm finding is people are just repeating what other people are saying. Like, I don't think there's anything, unless the feds have something that we don't know as the public, there's nothing public that we can point to where we could say, yep, Jay-Z is next. That kind of stuff, right? So I don't know where that come from, but it's not just P. Diddy. This is also about, this is what they said. They said it's not just P. Diddy. This is also about the hundreds of people who helped him, who facilitated, who enabled him over the years, and those who participated or turned a blind eye. These are RICO charges. One lawyer said he would rather have a murder charge than to get hit with this type of a RICO charge. They're saying he ran a criminal empire, drugs and prostitution, and of course moving people across state lines. In other words, then, if you remember the producer, Little Rob, that was suing him as well, one of the things that Little Rob said was his sons helped him, because his sons are young, right? They're like 21, 22, them kind of ages, that kind of age group. And his sons would go get girls for him and bring the girls to him, help to recruit. So I keep saying this. If they reach for the sons, and say that they are a part of this criminal enterprise, then we could very well see his sons behind bars as well. One of his sons already has a charge on him that's similar to what his father has. So this can get pretty sticky. Couple of celebrities have put their 2 cents in, and I noticed Foxy Brown said, oh shit, shit's about to get real crazy now. I don't know what that means. I haven't been on the inside, but if you know, over the years, there's been a connection between Foxy and Jay-Z. They're saying that Jay-Z had Foxy Brown in the studio when she was a minor, and he, you know, did things. But let me clear me up. I'm not the one that's saying it. This is a known rumor that's been spinning in the mill for years now, right? I have no way of confirming if it's true or false. I'm just saying these are the type of things that are out there. Kaitaja Emperor says, I believe that too. Reggae Girl says, Diddy mingle in a pit and he's heading to the toilet. Now all different kinds of SHI he'll be tasting. Oh boy. Pussy Galore says, I heard that he's under suicide watch. Yeah, they have to put him on a suicide watch, whether he wants to be or not, because of who he is and because of what happened to Epstein when Epstein was in similar situation, right? Not only that, that jail that he's being held at, they don't want to be held liable if anything happens to him, because of course, a lot of us would be like, yep, we knew it was going to happen. They brought him in there. They killed him to silence him so other people, powerful people, would not be exposed. That's what happened. And they don't want that. So, of course, they're going to have him under suicide watch. But what we do know is that he is in solitary confinement. We do know that he is not being mixed with the other inmates, which a high-profile individual like him, that's standard procedure. Even Tory Lanez, when Tory Lanez was going through his stuff, that's exactly what happened to him too. They didn't mix him with general population. You know, if you're a star, if you are known to be wealthy financially, you can pull strings. Matter of fact, off the subject a little bit, do you know if you're serving in the military in the United States of America and you end up making a certain amount of money? Say I'm in the military, right? And I'm in 5-6 years and my goal is to do 10 or 20. And I hit the lotto while I'm in the military and I just won 100 million US dollars after taxes. They're letting you go. The reason why they're letting you go is because with that much money comes a whole lot of influence. I don't have to listen to my team leaders anymore. I could pay my team leader to, listen, I could pay your retirement here. You know what I mean? We're just staying here and just run this our way kind of thing. So it goes to like people who are in that position, financially wealthy. They normally segregate them. People can't extort him. You know what I mean? Hey, boy, put some money on my books. You know what I mean? And then have him there like, we'll protect you, but they'll provide the danger to where he feels like he needs to be protected. He can be extorted. He can be abused. There are talks of him being a target because there are people who love to kill famous people just so they have it on their record. I'm the one that killed P. Diddy when he was in the holding tank in Brooklyn, New York. Hell, I'm already up for 2 murders, and I know I'm not beating my case, so add him to the list kind of thing. Then there are people who do not like people who have certain crimes on them. Like if you have anything that has to do with a child on your record, you already know how it goes there, right? So he's in danger way more than we can think at this point. Justin should be 30. Yes, there are going to be a lot of poor entertainers. Well, 14, 15 years old. That will be an entire generation wiped out from learned behavior, learning from his father, says the Buffalo Sold the Rest. Baby Ray 28 says, Usher bringing Justin after he was abused and went to the hospital. He's due for a charge. Ross. Well, on no uncertain terms, we remember we all saw it. We all heard Usher say the things he saw were things he was not supposed to see. I am sure that they're going to be, they might have a deposition for Usher. They might call him in. And because this is what it is, grand jury indictment, he might be subpoenaed to testify. So would Justin Bieber might be subpoenaed to testify. Remember when Diddy said on video to Justin Bieber, he was like, yo, Justin, what's up, man? How come I haven't seen you? He crashed his interview. He didn't know that Diddy was in the building. Diddy found him at an interview and he crashed the interview. And he said to Justin, he was like, yo, what's up, man? I ain't seeing you. How come I'm not seeing you? You don't want to party with me no more? And that interview was so cringy. It was like, why is this grown-ass man asking this little kid if you don't want to party with me no more? And Justin is like squirmy and stuff. And he was like, I don't know. I guess my people didn't get to your people. The connection, like they didn't, you know, he's fumbling for his words. It's still on YouTube. You can go watch the video for yourself, right? Just watch Diddy crash Justin Bieber interview and you'll see it. Or the other one where Charlemagne the God reminded him, did you hear yourself? Did you hear what you were saying? That was actually from, I don't remember if it was Drink Champs or one of those shows where they had a couple of other artists there with Diddy. And Diddy was talking about his parties. And Diddy was like to Fabulous, when me and you gonna party? And Fab was like, yeah, you know, we party. I mean, we party already. You know what I'm saying? We get, and he was like, nah, not that kind of when me and you gonna party, like me and you gonna party. And then he said something about, oh, daddy, yeah, daddy, I love it when you scrambling and scraping for shit. I love it when you scrambling and scraping for shit. You know, even the next day when Charlemagne the God played it for him, Diddy was like, when did I say that? He was like, I don't know, man. It was a weekend of partying in Miami. You know, I'm saying he's probably under the influence, said some stuff, and then realized now that it's, oh yeah, daddy, I love it when you scrambling and scraping for shit. All kinds of stuff comes to mind that I don't want to come to my mind. You know? So that would be an entire generation. Listen, he is in a world of trouble. He's in a world of trouble. Crystal G says he'll be fine. Do his time and come out. He not killing himself because he see himself as brother love. So he wasn't doing anything wrong, says Crystal G. Karen Notice, good morning, fam. Charlotte Slaw says, I doubt he will make it to trial, whether self-inflicted or otherwise. So you think he's gonna take his own life, or they might take him out? I said it, but now it's confirmed. Other recording artists, other music executive, other industry insiders, and people in positions of power have been put on notice to have a contingency plan ready if their names are called. This is about the hundreds of people who helped, facilitated, and enabled him over the years. He didn't do all this by himself. Those who participated or those who turned a blind eye. These are RICO charges. One lawyer said, I would prefer to have a murder charge than to deal with this RICO charge stuff. And I said it before too. The feds have a bunch of different things on you. Y'all know, we all already know the feds have a 99.9% conviction rate, right? I have had people that came to SouFLoTV over the years. I've been doing this video. I think I've had one or two persons who said, SouFLo, I was hemmed up by the feds, and I had a string of charges, and I beat all of them. So it's possible to beat them. That's why I said 99.9. There's a 0.01% you might get away, right? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFLo. You can hear me?
Yes, family. I can hear you clearly.
So, how about on September 17th, when Diddy was denied bail, you have over 23 heads of companies, CEO, presidents that resigned. Is it coincidence?
That resigned, right?
Including Kevin Lowe.
Including Kevin Lowe. And there are a long list of others who have put in their paperwork to say they will be stepping down in short order.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, listen. A lot of people right now is scrambling. Oh, Daddy, I love it when you scraping and scrambling for shit. Yeah. Yo, there's a lot of people that's scraping and scrambling right now. They're trying to figure out how to move the money to somewhere safe, how to get up out of Dodge safely. Yep.
Man, it is crazy. It is total coincidence that on the day he was denied bail.
The day he was denied bail is when they knew it was serious. Yep. Yep.
Everybody started throwing in their hat.
Because the day he was denied bail,
a variety of people.
You know why? The day he was denied bail is when they actually said these words. Other recording artists, music executive, industry insiders have been put on notice. This is not about him alone. This is about the hundreds of people.
This is not a drill.
Yep, this is not a drill. Yeah, the caca has hit the fan. It has hit the fan.
I emailed you a link. It's crazy that there's a guy named Jonathan Harvey who set, I think he blew up or set fire to Trump Tower back in 2018. And when they sat him down to interrogate him, he's in a psychiatric hospital down. And when they interviewed him, I want you to know that everything that Cassie was talking about in her suit, this man regurgitated years before she did it. And he called some real powerful names. Listen to the audio. I sent it, the video. I sent it.
I will. I will.
It to you.
I will.
And he did it in 2018. And everything that he said, that he was a sex slave. Or a sex slave, sorry. Yeah. So he was one of the freak off guys. He don't look like much, but guess what? Everything that he stated that Diddy did to him is the same thing the guy that won the $100 million thing that was just overturned.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, let's put that out there. Let's put that out there. That's a victory for Diddy. Because the guy that stayed behind bars and filed that lawsuit and won $100 million, which the judge ordered Diddy to start paying, I believe it's October or November 1st of this year. Right. That was overturned. So he's not getting no $100 million again.
No.
He'll probably be a part of this suit though.
Sure will.
Yeah, he'll probably be reaching out to them saying, okay, but I'll tell you because I was there, kind of thing. But yes.
Oh, yes.
And did you know about Kid Cudi's car?
Oh, yes, they have that. That's coming up.
I'll blow your car up. And I thought he was playing and my car went boom.
No.
Yo.
He did that.
Oh, man.
But you know what? I don't remember his name. Diddy's protection died early this year. He was a black guy that everybody had to report to. Yes.
And remember, okay, so pardon my language, right? But Diddy just did an interview not too long ago, and he was known as the Godfather. I don't remember his name either. Clarence something. Shady stuff happened before Clarence died, though. Did you see what happened to his wife before he died? Okay, some shady stuff was happening around them people, man. But
I'm telling you, we don't pay attention because that's not our world.
Right. Diddy said, yes, it's a lot of fucking that be going on in the industry. A lot of fucking. And Clarence makes sure you don't get fucked. Like, damn.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
but
he said that way back in the late 90s.
Well,
yeah.
Clarence is gone.
Clarence is gone.
Clarence is the only black guy that the Italian mafia trusts with their business in the industry.
And he's the one that's in that whatever, that,
right.
science stuff, whatever.
Right.
Their version of that.
So what you think? I think personally, I think his protection disappeared, and then all the wolves started coming for him. That's what I think.
Oh, for sure. He messed with that liquor company. He messed with that liquor company, but the liquor company is, if you are paying attention, their sales are declining ridiculously.
Yeah, because they can't survive without his brand. He was the brand.
Yeah, it backfired on them.
Yeah, he was the brand.
That's what it is. His protection gone, and he went and messed with these powerful people, and they like, dude, you don't have your protection no more.
Kind of like when Bill Cosby wanted to buy the network, right?
Yeah.
And
CBS, one of them, yeah.
Yep. Listen, a couple of wealthy black people have said when Bill Cosby pitched the idea, they said to him, let's go in as a group. Let's purchase this as a group. Bill Cosby said, nah, I want to do it myself. Right? So when he said he wanted to do it himself is when them other people was like, who is this uppity ass nigga? He thinks he can just come out. Okay.
I remember when Bill Cosby was speaking publicly about pitching to NBC or CBS.
Right.
I remember.
Right.
I'm that nosy young person that I'm in everything.
And then things went bad right after that.
Right, but you know what? He wanted to bring the statement that I took away from his interview. I think it was with Tavis Smiley, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Was that, the content of television is so, coming from Bill Cosby, but it's not the best content for kids growing up, which was true.
Right.
And he was speaking against Ebonics. He was speaking to, I'm trying to remember how we are being desensitized, because at the time when he was trying to purchase, that's when Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton was bringing in the internet, the highway. Remember the information highway? And he was telling us that information highway was going to desensitize us from what's going on in the world, which is what we are experiencing now.
Right.
And that was over 20 years ago. That was literally over 20 years ago.
Wow. But it's all coming full circle. It's all coming full circle.
And I'm alive to see it.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, that part. that part.
Yeah, it's not just a concept. I'm alive to see it.
Exactly.
All right, that's what you said.
All right, family. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Something that the elders said, right? The elders say, whatever is simple stuff that they tell, whatever is done in the dark will come to light. And, it usually happens when you least expect it, because you've been getting away with it for a long time. Now, I've seen people in the comment sections and in other places saying stuff like, everybody got some bones in their closet they don't want anybody to know about. Hello. No. I don't have no damn bones in my closet I don't want nobody to know about. None whatsoever. Ain't no bones in my closet, so don't put me in no group with nobody else. I don't think everybody has bones in their closet that they don't want anybody to know about, or anything that was so serious that it would change the course of your life. You know what I mean? Some people do things, they get involved in things, and then these are the consequences. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Morning, bro. Wagwan. Medea,
man. You're Wagwan now. I look on this thing here. I look different. I follow that thing here. And may I say,
hold on. Wait there.
I get a feedback?
No, man. I gotta say something before you start. Yes, you see yesterday with the 700 and how much
Jesus Christ.
Oh my heart.
And it just all right, but did I watch a program where them talk about I did it. This brother, I think he named Matthew Cox or something like that.
Why that name they do?
All right. Anyway, the youth claims that him have this book or this diary that a couple of man name of dead Kim Porter.
Yeah, Kim Porter.
Kim Porter was writing like a diary / memoir, something like that.
If she was writing a tell-all book.
Something like that.
Yeah, Kim was writing a tell-all book. Yeah.
By pneumonia, so they say.
Right.
Anyway, so the guy said he has the book.
Oh,
and
damn.
He might read some stuff from the book.
Right.
And one of the things what come out in the book was, because Cassie come say, so Kim Porter said to us that there's some truth to that. Did we send them or get sex worker? See? And as we all know him, like the one with the biggest ding-a-ling.
Yes. That's what said.
But
yeah, bro. This feels so wrong as a yard man to even say them something. It does feel wrong. Yeah, said, oh, I'm gonna get man with big hood. Don't come back and rest. I remember when my granny used to send me go pick my old switch.
It's so now weird.
Yo.
You know what I mean?
Rotted. Yeah.
One thing, what may I look for now, forget about all of that, because all of that out there. But what may I say, you know, people out there into many different type of shit.
Yes.
See?
Absolutely.
You know, the man could have get people who are actually willing on them type of shit. The
way him same time and not true.
You never have to give them no drugs. You never have to threaten them work and could have hired them. Then so hire them. You understand what I mean? I say, like this, you don't go on in the youth.
Yep. That me did I set up, but okay, so me I go parallel that for you to make people understand something. It's like a man, right? Tall, dark, and handsome, and all the ladies want him. You know what I say? Man, work out, eat right, chisel up physique, all woman them panty get wet when them see him. But him is a serial rapist. Now, when you look at a man like that, you would say to yourself, why him not to do that? That's why a lot of the times it's hard to believe, because people are like, oh, John, you crazy. You ever seen how the women throw themselves at him? I don't believe it. But here's the thing, and I learned this. A person is turned on by a certain reaction and action of the individual. So he wants somebody to be feel like them under pressure and them terrorized and them about to lose them life. It's the scare that it's the fright and that they inflict on others that turns them on. So if a man rape a woman, you know, and she lay down and say, okay, here, just take it. The man get up and zip up in pants and gone, you know, nobody rape you, because I know something I want it. I want you scraping and scrambling for shit. I want you, you know, I say fight back a little bit or something, because that's how I turn them on. So yeah, he could have had many people who would have done it all for free too.
You know what I said? Let's switch the topic a little bit. Well, I see people that we are talking about still, but you know what I said? You to the academics. I say Emma break down the case and whatnot, and I read something about what was in our court and what was said. And Emma talk about the incident with the Cassie incident. And the man I said, like he must say, he feel bad for Diddy. No, he must say he feel bad. Not for Cassie, but for Diddy. And then move on to start talk about what Cassie got through in the video. So I said, oh, boy, I said, I don't, brother. That just make it sound like, say, yeah, I think that kind of nigga the top.
Oh, pause though. Hold on though. You know about film case though?
Yeah.
All right.
So when he said that, no, I said, but no, man.
Okay.
No, and in the same video, a man I said, oh, all right, now in Vex, he never get invited to a Diddy party.
Wow.
Master.
Wow.
And no, I must say.
Yeah. No.
Not like that. But anyhow, SouFLo.
All right, my G.
I will leave a man go good up. Some artists them where we grew up and respect as gangster. We go sit and shake it. And them a pray. But make we see what I'm going.
All right, right, that's all.
That's a percent.
Manners and respect. Yeah. And one thing we need to remember though, at the end of the day, is this. It's still a court system in place. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Oh my God, I got through. Hi, SouFLo. This is Nicole. How are you?
I'm good, family. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
All right. You sound lively and good.
Yes, I'm at work. I'm a nurse. So, do you think Jay-Z is next?
That's what we just mentioned. I have nothing in public that or private that I can draw from to say Jay-Z would be next. I know. Do you know about the history with Foxy Brown and Jay-Z? That the rumors that were going on for years now.
A little bit.
That Foxy came into the industry really young. She was underage. Jay-Z was the one that took her. He had her in the studio, and then allegedly he performed acts that stripped her of her innocence, kind of thing. Whatever. If it doesn't go back to that, I know of nothing else that Jay-Z, and even that is shaky grounds, because it would take Foxy to have to come out and say, yeah, it was true. I was 15 or 16 and he did this. But I don't think Foxy would ever do that also. And she has never said anything over the years that would imply. So, no, I don't think Jay-Z is next. Unless the feds have something we don't know about. Like they see him in dealings on... Who knows what they know on those free costs. They were able to give us details about Diddy in the free costs. They said sometimes watching the tapes, sometimes they realized that he would be in a different room in the mansion while these activities were going on in another room, and he would cast it to a different TV screen, or he could access all the rooms where free costs were going on via his cell phone. So for them to be able to know all these details, it tells me they also know who was involved as well. They have people on tape doing stuff. You know what I mean? Right. So I don't know if maybe Jay-Z is in one of them tapes using some of that baby oil and lube and one of them 700 and something dildos. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was. But I don't know of anything that would say guaranteed Jay-Z is next. People are just saying that. And I'm trying to figure out why they're bringing up Jay-Z's name. I don't understand why.
Well, there's a blogger named, I think her name is Jaguar. She said something about Jay-Z. I'm not sure. So
Okay. Check this out, right? That's a dangerous girl. And you know why? And they've been after her for years. No, that's a dangerous girl because everything that Jaguar Wright said all this time, we're like, oh, she's crazy. She's losing it. She is bipolar. She doesn't know what she's saying. She's making stuff up. All her stories came to be true. So it goes to say. It goes to say. So if she is saying it, I'm going to be looking in that direction to see if it could happen for real. Because Jaguar Wright was a industry insider. She was backup singer for Diddy and for other people for the longest. So she was in these parties, she was around these people. She knows firsthand. In case people are wondering, well, how she knows so much? What she went? That's where her angle was from. It was from her being around them all the time. She was the one that was in there seeing it go down, kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
But all that she's saying has come to pass. So that's something interesting to look at.
And I recall her saying something about Jay-Z. I just forgot what it was though. So
right. I'm gonna go visit that after we're done here today too. I want to start watching some Jaguar Wright interviews because you know she's spilling real tea, hot tea. All right, family.
All right.
All right. Thank you for calling in. Yeah. We appreciate
right.
you,
Have
nurse.
a nice day.
You too now.
All right.
Bye-bye. All right. Somebody said if Diddy had a wife, this would have never happened. My answer to that is this. You could have a wife and this still happen. You could have the best thing at home and you still go out and ruin it. Let's switch that up a little bit. If you have a wife who don't play around certain ways, that's a different story. See, a lot of us men be getting saved by the woman that we have at home, because not because she do anything else other than be herself. She is just not somebody to be played with. You know you can't run certain game, therefore certain things won't fly. So don't call me to go out and knock no dominoes for weekend. No, we not going to no club to go pop bottles for the weekend and look at girls. No, we not go. So personally speaking, that saves me. That saves me because I'm not around the homies. I'm not out at nobody's party. Anywhere you see me, you probably see my wife. Or if you don't see my wife, you see my kids. Or if you don't see them, you don't see me. Right? So it depends on the kind of wife that you have. Because some women, they allow men who are powerful or men who have some kind of status or money, they allow those men to go just so they could continue to live that lifestyle. Look at that politician that was supposed to be the next governor of Florida, and he got caught in a hotel room in Florida. His wife knew that from college days that he got down like that, but she wanted the lifestyle, right? Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hey, SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
I'm good. It's Friday. It's always good when it's a Friday.
Yeah. Off to the weekend.
All right. Exactly. Just wanted to provide some perspective. I know you were talking about who was the black father in Hollywood.
Clarendon.
Avant.
Exactly. Right. I said his first name. I couldn't remember his last name.
Right.
I also referred to what happened to his wife shortly before he passed away.
Right. Wasn't there some home invasion, some robbery?
Allegedly a home invasion in a highly secured community where nobody was caught for it, right? Or did they catch somebody?
I don't think
I would have to go revisit that story, but it was weird. It was weird what happened to her.
Yeah, it's like a warning.
Yeah.
Like we can get to you if we need to.
Right.
Don't ever sleep.
Right.
So here's the thing. He passed, I believe, in August of 2023. The whole Cassie thing comes out in November of that year. It seems as soon as he passed, things started to hit the fan, so-called, for Diddy. And then something about Jay-Z, I just wanted to say something. So I grew up in Brooklyn. And I know someone who worked in the studio, he's an engineer. I want y'all to know that he was dealing with Beyonce before, quote unquote, she was turned 21 or legal. So she was in the studio when she was much younger.
Yeah, I think they said Jay-Z and Beyonce met when Beyonce was 16 or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know many people, if they're not cutting any tracks, hanging out with a guy in the studio late at night at that age.
Yeah.
But hopefully nothing happened. I can't say anything.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and let's put some more perspective to that. Here's the thing about that, right? It would have to take Beyonce to go against her husband to say he touched me when I was 16 or when I was 15, which she's not going to do. They have built an empire together. So whether he did touch her earlier than he should have or not, which we cannot prove, they've been together for a long time. Right.
A long time.
Right. That is his legal wife and everything else. So it's not like, it's a girl he's still dating and messing around with. They literally built an empire together. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Right. And it doesn't serve either one of them to break that up.
Right.
Based on what they built.
Right.
But here's the thing, though, talking about Foxy. Foxy actually came out and said, Jay-Z and I used to mess around. She retracted that statement.
She retracted that.
Yes. And now says, that people misunderstood what I said. I love Jay. That sounds like, to me, there was some money handed over or some threats, like you're talking a little bit too much. Keep it low. But Foxy Brown actually came out years ago and said, yeah, we used to mess, you know. Yeah, but then she retracted, oh, that's my brother, this, and that. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's true, but like we don't know for sure because the one person who could confirm at least retracted that. But she did put that out there. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, while she was an adult, of course. Yeah, she said, yeah, you know, we used to mess around. So I don't put it past any one of them. Any one of them. But we'll see where the chips will fall.
Right.
All right. Thank you, SouFLo.
I appreciate you,
Have
family.
A good one.
You too.
Bye.
The only thing I see in the news pertaining to Foxy is she actually said she's tired of hearing this rumor. She calls it fairy tale news. I'm reading it right here. She calls it fairy tale news. She said, I understand the void I've left in my absence from, but the fox in the hole flies are pathetic at this point. Quietly raising my beautiful girl, preparing for a comeback in this music industry, hop off my dick. Stop calling my name. And I didn't say nothing about Jay-Z. So again, she's never gonna be one of those to come out and say, oh, Jay-Z did this to me or whatever. So again, for people who are saying Jay-Z is next, because that's what we're asking. They said in court yesterday that a lot of people have been put on notice, people in positions of power, industry insiders, music executives, other recording artists, people who have worked for Diddy, past employees have been put on notice. Have a contingency plan ready in case your name is called. Because when your name is called, you're going to have to fight your way up out of this. This is a RICO case we're talking about, and it's not him alone. This is about the hundreds of people who helped him, facilitated, and enabled him over the years, and those who participated or turned a blind eye. These are RICO charges. That says a lot. That says a lot. I think we beat this whole thing to death. We just got to stay tuned and see what's going to happen next. And we'll, of course, be talking about it because it's trending still. I'll say this. Two things I'll say. One is for the people who go in the comment section and like you feel triggered because something like this might have happened to you at some point in your life. And, you know, please don't take your frustrations out on us or specifically out on me. There's a lot of female in the comment section that keep saying stuff like, you always trying to find an excuse for people like these. You always defending this type of stuff. Make me think you're this kind of person. Listen. If you listen to me clearly, at no point am I saying that anything that he's accused of was right. At no point. If he's guilty of everything he's accused of, then so be it. May the chips fall where they may. I'm the kind of person, though, like this is, Cassie said something about Diddy. Diddy denied it, trying to save face. The video came out. To everybody that looks like you're a liar, because there goes the video. And we were riding with you too, Puff. And then we see this video. You guilty. Okay, boom. We get that. He's guilty of that. When a person is found guilty of one thing and you have proof, it doesn't mean they're guilty of 100 other things. Everybody else that lines up to say you're guilty of something, it doesn't mean they're automatically right. I hope somebody with some reasoning, some logics, sees the sense in what I'm saying, right? So at the end of the day, we still have to let the court system do what the court system does, which is every person who has accused him, they will have to show proof. Because he beat Cassie doesn't mean that he beat Susie and Jennifer and Shanika and Terry and Sandra and Melissa as well, right? All them other ones are going to have to show proof as well. It's just reasoning with some damn intelligence. So some of you are just like, he guilty from Cassie, he guilty for everything else. And I'm not like that. And that's not how I see it. That's not how I see it. All right, so please view with some kind of understanding and don't be triggered because, again, I don't think any of this is funny. And I don't think any of this is okay if he did do what they said he did. Grown people flying out saying, yo, we about to go to a Diddy party. They know, a lot of them knew what they were getting into, especially those who have repeated going back and going back. A lot of these people have their own drug problems, do take their own drugs, love to be in these threesomes and other things like that, right? Or orgy parties and whatnot in a mansion and all this. A lot of those people were willing participants. However, there's a thin line there. And just like they said in court, the thin line is when people started to want to leave and realize you can't go through that door, you can't leave, then we have a problem, right? When people started to be inebriated and can't figure out, why am I feeling like I'm about to pass out? I didn't take anything. And you pass out, and then you're seen on video, men running through you while you're completely unconscious, unless you can say in court, well, you know, my favorite drug is the GVH, date rape drug, whatever. And I took a lot of it because I love being unconscious while stuff happens. So it's not his fault. Unless they could come up and say that, there's no way to justify an unconscious person being taken advantage of. This is not my words. If you read the pages of the indictment, it says it in the indictment. There are people we saw, the guys, the officers who watched the tapes, one of them said, we saw people on tape completely unconscious being taken advantage of sexually by multiple people. Can't defend that. There's no defense for something like that. So they're going to have to work it out. We're going to let the courts work it out. We'll continue to follow. We're watching this from the outside like a hot-ass Netflix series that deserves a lot of views that way. With that said, let's move on to our next topic this morning. And our next topic this morning is Andrew Holness, Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness. You know, let me say it like this. I know how the politics thing goes in Jamaica now. Andrew Holness supporters are like Donald Trump supporters. Like, no matter what, I mean, I've heard Donald Trump say some stuff that made me cringe. You know, he recently referred to immigrants as dogs on a stage in front of a lot of people. And he even repeated it in the same sentence, repeated it with a backup sentence by saying, yeah, and the Republican and the Democrats want me to not call them that, but people support him. People support him regardless of what he does. And I've said this before. I think if they saw him sawing a baby's head off on a stage, they would probably be out there saying, what the hell did the baby do to deserve that? Because that baby must have done something wrong. Those are the kind of followers that Donald Trump has. They follow him loyally, blindly, can do no wrong, right? Even if they see him doing it. With that said, Andrew Holness supporters are pretty much the same way. Remember, we've been talking to Jamaican voters for the longest, Jamaican people, and we keep saying to the Jamaican people, don't be loyal to no party. I don't want Mark Golding to get comfortable and feel like, oh, we in a good spot now. No, I think the Jamaican people should make you very uncomfortable, Mark. I think the Jamaican people should make you very uncomfortable, Andrew. And both of you should be very uncomfortable if you're not doing the people's bid. Because those are the people who put you in a position of power so you can rep for them and make things happen for them. And if you're not doing it, you should feel very uncomfortable. You should feel very uncomfortable every time you step into office that, damn, these people have power and they know they have power, so they're going to vote me out if I don't fulfill this agenda that they, the people with the power, have put forward. That's how it's supposed to be, but that's not how it is. People just die-hearted this and die-hearted that. Me no business if my district no have no water. Me no care if the road them round and the pothole them so deep, if you drop in a one you lost. And it stays so from me a little picnic till now and me a big man. Me no business if we don't have no employment around here. We no business if not. They don't care about nothing other than the person who they want to win must win. And Jamaicans need to come out of that mindset. So now that I've set the pace and set the stage for what we're about to talk about, let me do a little bit of reading. And I want you to listen. The Integrity Commission calls for a probe into the Prime Minister's business transactions. This ain't about them 4 bank accounts that had little bit of money in them, and one was attached to his mommy and one was attached to his daddy. This is different. The Integrity Commission, or the IC, has recommended that the Financial Investigation Division, or the FID, Tax Administration Jamaica, TAJ, and Financial Services Commission, FSC, examine certain financial dealings of Prime Minister Andrew Holness to ensure that no laws were breached. The recommendation is contained in a revealing 179 pages of investigation report that was tabled in the House of Parliament yesterday. How come he still can't get his stuff certified? It's been like 4 years. Basically, for those of you who don't understand, let's put it in layman terms. Each one of these people in positions of this type of power, there's checks and balances. He's supposed to, when they come to you and they say, okay, you have 100 million US dollars. We need to know how you came to this amount of money. We're looking at your finances and your business dealings and transactions for this block period of years. For example, they will say from 2020 to 2024, or from 2021 to 2023. And then you are supposed to submit all your paperwork that says, I made a deal with RICO, I made another deal with Pepsi, in this deal with Coca-Cola, that one gave me 50 million right there. I made another deal with Jamalco, another deal with, and you're able to show where your monies come from. They have came out and said, point blank period, this is the Integrity Commission, recently said, we cannot determine if Andrew Holness enriched himself illicitly. They've been going through his shit for 4 years. They cannot determine if he has enriched himself illicitly. Illicitly meaning illegally. Ways that he shouldn't have. Where did this money come from? It wasn't honestly earned. Shady dealings. The referral that gave rise to the probe raised another concern that Andrew Holness omitted to disclose in the reference statutory declaration that was filed in 2021 with the Commission, those bank accounts that we already spoke about, which wasn't no big deal, because I even said it. The Integrity Commission themselves need to be investigated, because this looked like a smoke and mirror to me, because that's all they came out and told us is about this bank account, multiple bank accounts that had a little bit of money in them if you combine the whole thing. Like 64,000 Jamaican dollars or something like that. And I was like, this is what all the hoopla was about. This more seems like a smear campaign, right? And I'm not up here cheering for him. But then the same Integrity Commission came back and said something else. Now they're saying there's more. The Integrity Commission Director of Investigation, Kevin Stevenson, said that it will need to be determined by the FID, the TAJ, whether several companies named in the report and which have connections to Andrew Holness and at least one of his sons are operating within the perimeters of the law. Jamaica, the laws of Jamaica, given the remit of those entities, and whether recommendations ought to be made to any other authority. Further, the questions surrounding the use of funds belonging to an organization that is called Positive Jamaica Foundation Positive Jamaica Foundation, I know to be a charitable organization. Anyways, further questions surrounding the use of funds belonging to Positive Jamaica Foundation to purchase a bond for $94,000 US dollars and US dollars, and that's almost 100,000 US dollars, and operations of companies with which Andrew Holness is or was associated, in which he is named as the source of funds to acquire particular assets, would also need to be resolved by the relevant entities before the DI can make a final conclusion on the question of illicit enrichment. Those are the questions that need to be answered before they can come out and say, did he get his money illicitly or did he not? It must be noted that the Integrity Commission's Director of Corruption Prosecution did not recommend that any charges be brought against Andrew Holness for failing to declare the number of bank accounts of which his name appeared when he filed his statutory declaration with the Commission for 2021 reporting period. Those were the same accounts we spoke of before. No one of them with the little bit of money in it. The investigation report is the culmination of a 2 years investigation during which the Prime Minister's statutory declarations remained uncertified and during which he was constantly pilloried by the parliamentary opposition. They kept telling him, or they kept asking him from the other side of the aisle, what happened to your statute of declaration? How come you're not certified yet, right? How come you're not certified yet? Everybody else is certified. What's going on with your monies? What's going on with your certification? The investigation report that this is a culmination of a 2 years investigation. I stand corrected, not 4, 2. The investigation sought to ascertain whether Andrew Holness owns assets disproportionate to his lawful earnings. In layman's terms, you own assets that your earnings says you couldn't afford. So how you own them then? In other words, if SouFLoTV is making 50,000 US dollars a year, there's no way he owns a $3.5 million mega yacht. There's no way he owns, you understand? A $200,000 Rolls Royce. There's no way. So they're looking at Andrew like his stuff is not matching up. The investigation sought to ascertain whether he owns assets that are disproportionate to his lawful earnings, and if he had in fact made false statements in his statutory declaration by way of omissions, taking them out, or contrary to law. The 4 bank accounts that were not declared had balances totaling 446,000 Jamaican dollars, not 64,000, and they were in the names of his mother, his father, his sister, and a former constituency worker. Holness explained that he was added to these accounts when he was a minor. Now, in the case of the former constituency worker, the Prime Minister said that he had encouraged her to open the account, but he did not know how his name came to be on the account. Maybe because she worked for him and he encouraged her to open it. She probably thought to use him as a point of reference, but that ain't what we're talking about because they decided that no criminal charges should be filed against them for that. But the IC, Integrity Commission, raised numerous questions about multiple transactions involving the Prime Minister's companies, including 94,000 US dollars that was spent to acquire NFE South Power 11% 2039 bond. That was on September 2nd of 2019. The DI concluded that only 61,892 $2,000.98 US dollars was funded by him, and that the remaining amount of $32,107.02 in US dollars was taken from funds that apparently belong to a registered charity called Positive Jamaica Foundation, of which the Prime Minister was at that time a director of that charity fund. So what the Integrity Commission is saying, based on their investigation, this looks like Andrew Holness used charity monies to enrich himself by these particular purchases. Now, Andrew is saying, and so it go. Me never born with no gold spoon in my mouth, and I work hard for everything that I have. And he has also instructed his attorneys to start filing lawsuits against people in the opposition party for mentioning his name wrongly, for saying things where him say no gossip. The DI further concludes that Andrew Holness indication on July 16th of 2024 that the full portion of the bond, $94,000 US dollars, was erroneously attributed to him by NCBCM. That is misleading, and it is unsupported by evidence. The report said, you want to hear that? The report said that the bond in question was called in 2020, and the principal and interest were paid to Andrew Holness. The proceeds were incorporated into Mr. Holness's assets from the charity, which he holds in Imperium. And the DI concludes that the funding of the company, Positive Media, in which Imperium wholly owned by none other than Andrew Holness himself, was a majority shareholder before being replaced by one of Mr. Holness's sons in 2022. That raises several concerns as to the true nature of this company's operations. Is this company there to launder money, to steal money from the charity and put it over into their own, to use at their will, their discretion for themselves, self-enrichment? The DI's conclusion is premised on Andrew Holness's explanation as to the funding of the referred company, wherein he indicated that Positive Media was funded by Imperium. But who owned Imperium? The report said that the evidence suggests that Positive Media was funding Imperium rather than Imperium funding Positive Media. It also noted that the amount totaling over $70 million were transferred from Positive Media to Imperium, and over $50 million from Imperium to Positive Media during the same relevant period they're talking about. Bombaclot, 70 million, 50 mil. What that song there? Can you play the song by TJ? Yeah. So them a chop, but them a chop small. That one there? Right. Them a chop, but them a chop small. Yeah. Cause this is not a small choppings, you know. This is big choppings. This is choppings. A surplus of approximately $20 million remained in Imperium's account. The foregoing will need to be ventilated by the relevant competent authorities, the report from the Integrity Commission said. According to the report, a $50 million loan that Imperium secured from Barrett was unsecured. It has recommended that the FSC launch an investigation into the transactions. And according to the Integrity Commission, significant financial transactions were seen among 3 of the referenced companies, namely Imperium, Positive Media, and Estate Bridge. More particularly, the evidence indicates deposits and withdrawals totaling over $473 million and $427 million more, respectively, between 2020 and 2023. Call all of the Andrew supporters them and tell them, say, to watch this back, because if you don't notice, me read it slow so everybody can understand how much money is moving around, who owns the entities the monies are moving around in between, and this finding. So, you see, the other day when me cuss out the Integrity Commission, and I said right here that why they coming up now after all these years with 4 bank accounts, we'll have a little bit of money in it divided up by the 4 accounts. Anybody could have forget that. The man simply said they put me on those accounts as my mom and my dad, and then put me on the account as their child when I was a minor. Boom, that gone. Explain. We never knew about this. So the Integrity Commission now comes back and says, okay, it wasn't that. Here is the real scoop. Oh my. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, SouFLo, morning.
Manners and respect, family. Wagwan.
Same article with Andrew Holness. The man have over 28 accounts. One person, my name before. And one person have over 28 accounts.
Well,
obviously, it goes to show something, possibilities, funneling of money and all of that as well.
Yeah, but
and a lot of people, because them so political driven, the taxpayers, possibilities, the taxpayers' money.
Bro.
And this is why the country just stay where it stay, because you have millions that move out of the taxpayer money.
I don't want
the country can get better.
All right, hold on there. I don't want nobody to suppose anything anymore. You see, over here on SouFLoTV, we don't deal with the supposing. Yeah, we guess sometimes and we put out scenarios sometimes when we do stories. But when we are given the facts, we want the people them to go off of the facts. And then anybody who have any argument, please come with something better than these facts. The name of the article, I will actually give you the whole, it was just printed this morning and put out this morning, right? You know, did you see the other day, while you're on the phone here, did you see the other day, once the Integrity Commission released this piece of information, did you see what happened next? Let me tell you about smoke. Let me tell you about smoke and mirrors, right? Distractions. What happened next was it broke in the media that Andrew Holness's house was getting raided, his mansion was getting raided up in Beverly Hills. So me I said to myself, say, remember firing me there, you know, so me I said to myself, say, trying to get raided, ain't no way. So I'm tuned in, but I'm not covering the story because it's initial news. It turns out nothing got so. A bag of police gone up in the neighborhood and surround him property, and the JCF put out information saying threats were made on his life and against his family, and they're there to make sure that whoever made those threats, the threats are not carried out. So the people them don't forget where Integrity Commission just tell them, and then they look up there to see if the house are get raided or if somebody are try to kill him, or and that quickly everybody head went whoop that way. Instead of over here, where the Integrity Commission just laid out in front of us what they laid out.
Exactly.
Me the man answers to me. Want to know to. I'm not accusing him of anything. Because I'm not in a position to. I'm going off of their investigative branch, the Integrity Commission, and I want answers to this. This is their finding. They've made it to the public. Published it to the public. Me want answers to. Because that's a whole heap of money.
There's a thing there, key source where actually provide actual government documents and things where you can look into. There's this guy that's on YouTube, Regular Scene. Him actually provide documentation, so it's not even a case where he's just coming off with stuff off his head. There's actual documentation when you is a man who like your sources.
Yeah.
So this person actually showing stuff
and the
with
people
breakdown.
And the people them though, the people them who are the audience who's listening, I want the okay. So if him provide documentation, I want him to also tell the people, the audience, the crowd, where to go get that documentation. You see what I'm saying? I love vetting my sources, and I love send me where you get it from. Let me see too from Deso. Then let me see who put it Deso. That kind of stuff. Yeah, but
put it. Yeah, so you can get it.
Yeah, but the people who are listening to us, bro, the people who are listening to us.
Regular Scene.
No. Right, but I'm saying the people who are listening to us is the people who I want to have a certain understanding. I want those people to stop talking about maybe and suppose this is factual findings that was released to us. So answers need to be demanded. We don't want to hear about no threat on you and destruction and police up at your yard and the mansion is surrounded. We want answers to this, right, Tessa?
And what a lot of people missing also, this is just his name or his accounts finding only, not even his wife.
Right.
So I mean,
right.
Knows
that's
what
him.
else.
Right.
And she has a project that she's dealing with now that value 800 million, 200 million shy from $1 billion.
Right.
And their actual network was supposed to be 100 and something million. So I mean, it goes to a lot of questions.
Why, boy?
Yeah, but that's just my thing, you know. Just my thing.
So hold on there. Hold on. Wait there. Before you go.
Yeah.
Because you seem to be a person that's in the know, and I like that. So before you go, you feel you think the wife is also might be involved in stuff that is questionable and need to be explained as well?
She is definitely, because your network between you and your family is supposed to be around 100 and something million, but yet still you have like $1 billion project, and that's not the only project she's working on, and she's the head person of it, her company. All right. I mean, there's questions all over that right there too.
Okay. All right, my brother. Manners and respect.
All right, yeah, man, respect.
I'll say this directly to the camera. Hold on, let me fix a phone here for the next call if anybody else chooses to call in. I'll say this directly to the cameras. Right, Honorable Andrew Holness, sir, and wifey, you look like a chopping couple right now. It looks like you are enriching yourself off of illicitly off Jamaica's back, and I'm all for people getting rich and wealthy, but some explanation is needed. So please come, and we don't want to hear you come on TV come talk about you grow up poor and you never have gold spoon in your mouth and you work hard for everything you have. I know that, because it's not that the Integrity Commission them deal with or the other investigative branches deal with. They deal with pen and paper. Them deal with trailing the paperwork. So please come to us with some proper paperwork. We sort out this because this don't look good. When I thought this was not going to get any worse, because there I was looking at the $61,892 US dollars, and then there I was looking at the next 94,000 that came from the charitable organization or the charity organization. I may say, okay, that bad, but maybe them can't explain that away. But then when them go down in the company and who own what company and what company lends money to what company, that sound like But what it sounds to me like, and I'm a novice, right? So please forgive me if I'm wrong, but this sounds to me like when scammers set up shell companies and to move the money around, and the money moves so much till the money become poof untraceable, right? And your companies are lending, and you lend money to yourself, and you moving monies around to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars. I really had to adjust my eye just now and look, because the final part of this report says, according to the report, a $50 million loan that Imperium secured from Barrett was not a secured loan, it was unsecured, and has recommended that the FSC launch an investigation into that transaction. And I thought that was it. It get worse. According to the Integrity Commission, significant financial transactions were seen among the three of the referenced companies. Imperium, are you that? Positive Media, are you that? And Estate Bridge. I don't know who won Estate Bridge, I have to go look it up. But if I you, that was. But you own 2 out of the 3, I know for sure, because the Integrity Commission just told us so. More particularly, the evidence indicates deposits and withdrawals totaling over $473 million. Hundreds of millions of dollars, and that's not the only one. The next one is $427 million, respectively, which tells me it's 2 different amounts of money. And all that was done between 2020 and 2023. That's a short period of time. That's a whole lot of money. Merited. So yeah, cue up the song from TJ for me, please. So them a chop, but them a chop small. Cause we not chop big if you're chopping. But if you earned this money, then please come forward with the paperwork so we can see it and stop call up your name. This don't look good. This don't look good at all. Yo, I wonder if Christine Simpson says, I wonder if we can find the missing SSL money in one of the. Bomba clot. I should have had on my shirt this morning that says, for those of you who get scared anytime you hear Jamaican curse words, please. Okay, but bomba clot. I should have had on my shirt this morning that said bomba clot, because you see, and what money I know still can't find. And if you go back and look, you will know that Andrew Holness did have dealings with SSL, and he was tipped to pull out all his resources in SSL at a certain amount of time before the shit hit the fan and things went everywhere. Me not say too much because I don't want to misspeak, because we've covered this in details before when we had the facts right in front of us, and now I don't have it in front of me. You'll have to go back and visit the videos that we covered it on. So I don't want to say the wrong thing now when I said the right thing before, and then use that as opportunity to come to me or come after me. I'll know both not get back fee money, you know. $473 million. And then $427 million. And then $50 million. Yo. Cross, angry, miserable. Yo. Backside. Yo. Kataja Empress says, Nigel said I taught him how to steal, but he went overboard. Whoa! Didn't Nigel Clark just accept a position at the IMF? A superior position, rather, at IMF, like man second in charge or something like that? Didn't we ask the question, is something coming down the pipeline that Nigel jumped ship before it landed? Or was this just a natural progression of his professional goals for himself? So we did have to go do some research, right? Remember? And we did come back with Nigel, a bright boy from long time, from Liquor Picnic. We found out who his father was, right? And we found out how his upbringing was. And we found out that he is a brainiac, crunching numbers, statistics, and all this. Mathematics, that's his thing. Can't be taken away. You know, like how Andrew have the person who is in charge of Minister of National Security, right, is Dr. Harsh Chang. Dr. Harsh Chang is a doctor, right? A medical doctor. So why would you put a doctor to go deal with security? You don't need somebody who deal with security to go deal with security. Eh? I would not send I wouldn't take my car if something wrong with my car go to the hospital. I would carry it to the mechanic shop, right? Right. So having people in positions where they're not fitted and suited for, that's one big red flag already. Anyways, it's like me and my homies, and I put my homie over here and put him over here. I'm not a businessman. Him don't know nothing about security. Him will learn. Go over there, so. Yeah, the paycheck big too, and yeah, the severance package big. Everything over there big. Stay over there, so. Make some money. So I had to go look up Nigel Clark to see, was he qualified for that position, or them just put him there because him can move money around and take the fall. Turns out he was very qualified for that position. But that jumping over in an election time, your Minister of Finance for the country, cut, Ghana IMF. Somebody said that move to the IMF by Dr. Nigel Clark is not going to be anything good for Jamaica in the grand scheme of things. Yes, congratulate him on achieving great things personally in his life, but what that's going to come down to is Jamaica just more easily accessible to money that they will never be able to pay back. So they'll be straddled with debt for an unforeseeable future kind of thing. That's why he in that position. I'm just repeating what was said. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. Right? Right. No, him take him cut and leave quickly. Hold on. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Yeah, Fab, what happened?
Bless up, bless up.
Bless up, me there. What go on?
Just a tune in. He skipped past the Diddy thing already.
Yeah, man, we've gone with that long time. That was our first thing. On to our second thing, which I'm about to end right now, because we have one more to go through, which is the Russian, the Clarendon massacre youth update.
Are you trying to come up?
No, I'm trying now come up. I'm trying gone already, man. Him sentence and everything, but him file appeal.
Oh, all right, then. Let me just tune in then, and if anything, if you have any thoughts to call.
All right, my brother, respect.
Yeah.
Because if you call in and you're not on topic, the people that are going to tell you, say, SouFLo, hang up the phone, because they might throw we off. And then something. All right. Nigel knew something, Donna. Donna Davis says Nigel knew something. Kaz Robinson said him jumped ship because he saw what was happening. Julie Tapper says Nigel is running out of it now. Reggae Girl says Nigel is one of the illicit. Rascal. Hold on there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, go on.
There, what go on?
There, man.
You're not loud enough, so nobody can hear you.
Oh, you hear me now?
Yeah, but you sound like you whisper away. Do you work or something?
No, sir.
We have to go talk up loud for you.
I'm tired.
Yeah, you have to go talk up loud for him, man. Because once the people them can't hear you, them start saying in the comment section, hang up the phone on him SouFLo, because we can't hear it.
Them go hear that one.
Well, talk loud, then make them hear it then.
Yeah, hear me now.
Loud and clear. That's all right. That's all.
So you don't know where they go on thing. The guy out and thing and sing teacher, ray. Anyways, quick joke. I say one night when the dog pull out bomb, threat, everything. Say, what on? So I say, you know, I'm going to try to go up there and see what on. But I'm not even bird up there on the road. This is me daily drop down to us. Come here, I say, I want everybody to try to. I didn't know anybody around the surrounding area. You know what area already. At least the police evacuation have to go on. Nobody done on my people in complex. Nobody around the surrounding complex.
A serious threat, and no one into nobody else, and no evacuation.
No helicopter, no ambulance, nothing. When me I go up to police, I say, yo, do you live around here? But I guess because I type of vehicle, you never bother. So yeah, I live around the corner or whatever. Say, all right, be careful here. I'm gonna drive backwards. I'm gonna say this brother is a real fish, you know. Just because he don't want the people and continue to talk about the money them and rob up, you know.
But brother, you know, see how they drop it. Like as soon as the Integrity Commission release this, you know, the next thing me forget. Can be support all me forget, you know, come me over here look on Ross. I wonder if them are really most for true. I wonder if somebody really want to do something for true.
Listen, man. Let me tell you, a man give himself the one I never plan good done. A man give himself one turbo, so then put $7 million each on it. How you know say $7 million? Who tell you say $7 million?
Them say the JCF says they have credible information.
Okay, so
and that they had to act on.
So
that
listen,
it was a direct threat.
When people are telling us so about him matter, I bet then go feel lawsuit.
See,
lawsuit you see the here, you know, and I bet behind.
I'll find him.
Man say police and dry him out.
Judge.
If somebody make this a threat to you and your family, loved ones in the house,
we get that the kind of response.
Pocket me a go for him.
Seeing
how you know find him and put him to the media and said this are the culprit to threaten my life.
And a man never make a threat yet and never get fined, not true?
Brother.
Anybody make threats get fined, don't it?
Yeah. Listen to me answer then. Zin?
Yeah.
Again, obviously I know I watch that
video. Yeah man. Yeah man.
We know everything go.
See it.
Zin? Brother, if a dog don't even walk on the road up there, brother. May I tell you, not even dog walk on the road up there. Taxi no run up there. Any taxi come up at that area with, start that taxi. So it's not a place where nobody can run up in our pass.
And just go up there, so.
Anybody rob nobody, may I tell you, you not take 10 seconds to then get shot. See? So, I don't know what kind of stunt that I'm going to play. You need to poor man. Brother, I feel said enough other money there with SSL, Kamala then descend on, all of them money they move up and down. You see, your offshore account when you have where I think the tax free or something like that over. I try to remember for St. Lucia or one of them places I found there. At the account there then for check. I guarantee you one good 200,000 or more in there. US. I said, when the man said bomb threat, I said, maybe have to drive up there and you
go see how I go on.
Brother, because I want to make a video. I just go down like 2 days before. See? I just last night I come up back and sit and I'm tired.
All right, so Kamala Harris, as you are talking, I look it up. So Kamala Harris had actually pledged $30 million to funding in Jamaica. It was 30 mil, and this was April 1st of 2022. 30 million US. So we've been asked. So the United States Vice President Kamala Harris announced that her government will be investing 20 million in the Jamaica economy to strengthen the economic growth and expand commerce in Jamaica. And a total of 30 mil, because another 10 million US dollars was also given, and that was to help with crime prevention plan development in Jamaica. So when that money came, the 30 million US, I said back then that Jamaica not none of I said Jamaica not none of the money there, you know. But I also said give account for the money. Like somebody is tracking that money. Where is the money going to go? Me want to know today now which part that money went. Did we receive it? Where did the 30 million go?
Remember, say 1 million US is 152 million Jamaican dollars.
Yes, and people, we're not talking about Jamaican money, we're talking about US millions.
US.
Right.
1 million US equivalent to 152 million Jamaican dollars. See? So think about that. You take all 5 million to yourself and send it go somewhere else.
Where song with them TJ song? Them match up, but them match up small.
Brother, the man them are wicked, brother. I think the man doing by them 2 years, man. No lie.
John no.
That don't make no sense.
John no, bro.
Bro, you can't have so much money and then upon use the brain. First of all, back then, no technology never did about About said granny, mother and father got added up and no friggin' bank account and from 19, when you say must be 1975 or some bullshit like that?
He said they had him on the account them when he was a minor.
Okay.
So
you don't get bank statement?
No, he was a minor.
Oh, okay.
Yo,
so the rest of one them where account where money them actually in and out. You want to talk about the people they make mistake.
Him say him him say him don't know why them the one they had him. Him encourage her to open the account, but him don't know why she put film name on it.
Listen to me I say. Any of them backtrack all of them account there, you can see millions run through them.
Run through them, not true?
Yeah. You remember money when time I talk about you when I said so then take 3 years to find one account we have 64 Jamaican dollars.
And you notice that they only tell you how much them find in it. Them not tell you how much the run through it.
Brother, I guarantee if they get FBI run through that, and them I extradite him from Jamaica.
Right.
I
don't think they would, you know. I don't think they would extradite. See, okay, so in order for anybody to be extradited from Jamaica, they would have to have committed crimes against the US. So the US would have to have direct interest in prosecuting them. So you see, Franny, you never touch nobody a foreign. Them man can stay at Jamaica and do whatever they want, you know. And I think that's
they can cancel visa and everything.
Yeah, that wouldn't mean a thing. If me come up with $100 million, you see, we talk US dollars, and you cancel my visa and talk about you can't come to America. Man, 2 middle fingers up you. Me have $100 million US dollars. Nobody here can tell me nothing. Matter of fact, take all the president and the prime ministership. So me don't want that neither. Come out of the house them, rich, you frig. Me go any which part else no one go.
Then is a different alligator.
If who are going to sanction him?
US.
For what? Like they would have to sanction Jamaica, not him.
Well,
you don't understand. I think. Listen, me think that this is the reason why we have never had a prime minister who actually stays uncorrupted and just do it for the love of the people. Is because once they reach in there, they actually see how easy it is to enrich themselves, and them see that the accountability level is very low. Nobody now got prison for that. This is not the country where them execute the leaders them once them find out that the leaders them in corruption. This is Jamaica. Man get rich, them ride off into them retirement with them severance package, and somebody else come, take the same position, repeat. Rinse and repeat, and that's it. Yeah, and nobody now hold them accountable.
The people in a serious, but me not even gonna say people in a serious. I'm afraid they're afraid. And I want to go send gunman for them.
That too. That's why I'm up here. I only discuss stuff that's already in the paper in front of me that is put here by professional people who this is their job, the Integrity Commission. Yes, sir. Me not put no extra 2 cents in there.
Come out with boy in law, go.
Yes.
Go after people who are defaming. What am I defaming?
He has instructed his lawyers. He has instructed his lawyers to file defamation of character lawsuits against anybody from that side. Yes, sir.
Listen, first of all, the lawyer they that if you ever try to go through with it. Reason being, I know people in a public seat. And whoever they can fit them side with them control, and them people as well.
But that Medina said to me, I said they're going off of what the Integrity Commission said. So how can you sue them? Because at that me I go off of, and I'm telling the world what my source is. The Integrity Commission, which is supposed to be a body that is credible, doing their work. Because we cost the Integrity Commission when we last live when they told us about the 4 little bank account them with the little bit of money in it. And we said that's a smoke screen. And then they came with this. So, Mr. You see, that was a smoke screen because there was more to it than this. Look at this.
Of course, I'm more still dead too.
I'm more still dead too. All right, sir.
Tell me.
All right, so you see.
They only, listen, man, if one just need, you already taking enough. You don't need to scrape while else did it. You just need to leave. That doesn't make no sense.
Why? All right, my brother.
All right, cool.
Manners and respect here.
Yeah.
So you're back a foreign now. we'll talk later. All right. Listen, the last one for the morning is this, right? We're going to leave that alone. I just want people to know that pay attention, man. But like I said before, die-hearted supporters, they're not going to budge or flinch. One more call, live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yes, SouFLo, one quick thing.
Yes, sir.
I want the people them to know, sir. Mr. Holness, they're in New York in my Old Town Conference at Lehman College tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night?
Yeah, in the Bronx.
Say it again. Location?
Lehman College.
In the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
Tomorrow night. That is September 21st, Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I'll send you a link. Check it out.
All right, sir.
All right.
All right. So that is for those who want to go ask him questions, or for those who want to go stand up there with your placards, and for those who want to go demand answers, etc., etc. Lehman College tomorrow in the Bronx. I don't. He sent me a link. I'll put up the time. Yes, and the caller is correct. It's the audit trail that defame him, not the PNP. Well, live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Morning, my boss. Are you clear?
Yeah, we are here with a whole heap of noise in our background still. So make it fast for me. What go on?
Yeah, we want to talk about the program we see. James, can you hear me?
Yeah, we are hear you.
All right. Where me have a problem with this whole situation, then this man take money, give out tax money from the company, the big company, I call them, where they need have $1.2 billion, and if they take $500 million out of tax, then and then give them tax break. All of them money never get kicked out for brother.
Okay, so yes, that is a part of it, which I'm surprised it wasn't here too.
You know, when we pray after that,
yeah.
2 months after that, in the $3 million off by Jamaican people on the road. After they now talk the big boy, a tax man never take them money from brother. You see where we come from? Him give a big company tax break, and then a month after that, he get $300 million off our road. You see me? Pick up yourself, brother, but they're on the work.
Manners are respecting. There was one that says a couple of these big companies were found to not have paid any taxes, but yet were able to give out multi-million-dollar loans. So that is a part of it too. You know, the Integrity Commission is calling for further investigation into Prime Minister Andrew Holness, and all we as the people are saying is, you shouldn't have nothing to hide, and you knew that this was coming because it's something that's been done before even you got into office. So you should have been prepared for this anyways, right? Paperwork should be straight and clear, where you should be able to explain to the people them so even a baby can understand it and move right along. But here we are, stuck right here. The last one for the morning now is we're going to talk about Russian, and we won't be long. I'm just going to use Russian as an example and get up out of here. This shouldn't be no more than 10 minutes at the max, and then we'll be done with this video this morning. So Russian Barnett, the Trelawney man who brutally murdered his cousin Kamisha Wright and her 4 children at the Cocoa Peace Chapelton Clarendon residence in June of 2022. He is now appealing his sentence on the basis that his sentence was too excessive. Let me cut the long something short. He was given 61 years that he would have to serve before he's eligible for parole. This is the time where I noticed that Jamaica does not have life in prison without the possibility of parole, because that is the sentence that somebody like Russian would have gotten if he was living in the United States of America and had committed that crime there. You and your cousin get in an argument, something happened, you end up killing your cousin, that's one thing. But you killed her and then you murdered all her children. All the children were big enough to fight with you while you did kill them. And they know you as family. The children them knew and loved him. And his cousin helped him a lot. When everybody else kicked him out, she gave him place for stay. It was how the whole altercation started. The cousin had 4 children. The cousin was also somebody who was a very upward, mobile woman. She ran business. She was actually going to nurse school, and I believe this was her last year before she became a registered nurse. It all came from her shop. She have a shop. She found out that Russian was selling stuff out of her shop, possibly pocketing the money and that. So she told him, don't sell nobody nothing out of my shop. Let me sell the people them. So he made a sale in front of her, and the person who he sold told her that him come there already come buy stuff and Russian sell him. So she grabbed the money out of him hand, and I guess he added to the story that she splashed water in his face. And then it was from then that he started planning to kill her. Let me cut this story way short and say this, right? Enjoy your 61 years, bro. You know, later on in the end of Russian's story, they came up with, and this is attorneys, when your lawyer is trying to save you. Oh, he was hearing voices. And he's been hearing voices since he was 18. So how come nobody never hear about you or hear voices yet? Whole heap of people know you. And them never know you to be the kind of youth who did I hear no voices. They never know you to be the kind of youth who chip off, head chip. You know? They know you to be the kind of person that instill fear in other people. They know you to be a hothead. They never know you to be no mad smarty. So when your head hot now, and you go on like nobody can tell you nothing, I want the youth them hear this. When your head hot to see and you go on like nobody can tell you nothing, just remember, say prison was there long before you, and prison will be there long after you. So you see when them give you one of them long sentence there, you have to serve out that sentence there and possibly dead in the people in prison, and the prison will still be there. In other words, you can out-serve prison, right? So think about what you do before you make your hothead self get you in a place where Russian is having nothing but regrets right now. You know what this is? This is getting sentenced to 61 years at the age of 21, or how old him was? 20, 21, 22, 23, something like that. Yeah. And realizing he was 22 years old when he got sentenced to 61 years. I see this all the time. Nobody can tell you nothing. And when you reach in the courtroom and the judge hand down the sentence, you're going like you don't care. Because you feel like, said, it's 61 years. At that time, they're going to just run off just someone. Is when you're going there and sit down and see the conditions in there. You hear Shanstam, Vybz Kartel, Mad Sus tell us, youth coming there and mad out. You see him coming the Monday, reaching the Monday, and by Friday, next time you see him again, him completely gone up here. So they chat to himself and look for things on the floor for pick up and lose it. Reality is hitting Russian. Russian is baptized in there. Me hear say him join Christian group in there. Me hear say him in there minister. The time too short. You didn't find God and redemption that quick. You murdered 4 children. Yeah. And the mother, who was a good person to you, and your blood relative. Go and serve out your 61 years. It's 61 years before he is eligible for parole, which means he'll be 60 plus 20 is 80, 1 and 2 is 3. He'll be 83 years old before he is eligible for parole. Your 22-year-old Ross is looking now and saying, blood fire. I don't know if I can do this enough. Let me try appeal and see if I can get less time, because I know them not let me out. But maybe if them cut my time in half, then me can come home with little life left to live. You should never come out. Somebody like you should never, ever be among people again. I would see you at 99 years old and think you're still a danger. to society. So stay in there, go and baptize, go and read Bible, go and talk to people in there about changing them life, but you should never come out. And the audacity. This is reality setting in. You remember when we talk about the ego all the time? These are the things that your ego allows you to do, because your ego trick you into thinking there are no consequences. And even if like a consequence happen, man, you can't outlive that. It's not going to be too much. 61 under your ass. You'll be 83 before they even think about letting you out. 83. Old enough for you piss on your own balls. Yeah. 83. You have a whole lot of time to think about what you did. Stay there and rub your time. And the rest of you out here, we are going like so nobody can tell you nothing. When you end up doing more time in prison than you've been on earth, you will have, because Russian is going to have to do what? 3, 20, 40, 60, 80. He's going to have to do like 4 lifetimes in there before them even think about let him out. You're just thinking, and nobody can save you then. Here? All right. Take telling, learn, and change up before that become your fate. With that said, we're going to close it down right now. Manners and respect to everybody tuning in. Big up on yourself. I appreciate you greatly. It's the weekend. Go out and enjoy yourself. But be good. If you can't be good, like my granny Miss Ruby said, be careful, but be good. If you can't be good, be careful. And I'll catch y'all sometime later. God spare my life right here on SouFLoTV. One love. I'm out. Peace.